I remember hearing that inspiration doesn't sell, and it struck me. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Success Codes podcast. I'm your host, Melinda Van Fleet. I'm an intuitive and energetic business and leadership mentor, and I'm so grateful you joined me today because today is a very important conversation that is going to lead you into 2024. And I don't like to necessarily think about years and dates, but we're all human and we still do. So it's okay. So I might be jumping back and forth a little bit, but that's just how I roll. So yeah, a few years ago, and I wish I could remember who I heard it from to give credit to that coach, but I do hear it from lots of different coaches. And if you're listening, you might have already heard it before too. Inspiration doesn't sell. It's not activating. Inspiration is something with feeling, right? You may read someone's quote or a story or hear something, you feel inspired. It's a feeling, but it doesn't necessarily lead you to taking action. And it's something I've done a lot of thinking about over this past year. And it's come up in a lot of sessions. It's come up a lot on social media. And then when I started to think about it in terms of motivation, which is, let's say, the sister energy, motivation is more of the taking action energy. And you know what I did? I ended up going to Google before this podcast a few hours ago. And I started going down the rabbit hole of trying to find a good definition to really read to everyone out there. Because I do believe these two energies are a little gray and there's a little interlapping, let's say. And I just couldn't find anything I liked. So I'm just rolling with this. So motivation is more of the take action. You're going towards something. You're motivated then to take the action. So it's a little bit more of a fiercer energy, let's say. However, what I've learned in my hindsight for 2023 is motivation only goes so far as well, too. You really need that bigger kick in the ass to keep on going, And sometimes that means getting a little pissed off. Yep, I said it. Getting a little pissed off. I did a video, and I need to try to find it somewhere, maybe like a year and a half ago, that finding your why isn't strong enough. It's really not. It's getting pissed off. It's getting fired up. It's getting that eye of the tiger. That's the fuel that's going to keep you going. That's going to keep you going into 2024 and beyond. So being inspired, oh, you inspired me. I loved your talk. I love your podcast. It's kind of like being called nice when you're a coach. I don't want to be a nice coach. I want to be the coach that kicks your butt, but has compassion and love, but I'm still going to kick your butt to get it done, to stay on track with your goals and your desires and your dreams, right? I don't want to be called nice. So whenever someone says to me I inspire them, I'm like, oh, I kind of go, wah, wah. No, I want to make you pissed off. I want to make you pissed off that you keep on going. That you're going to take further action. You're going to stick with it. You're going to stay the course. You're going to keep doing the work, the hard thing. And you know what? The hard thing is all the shit that's going on within you. Yep. It's all the shit that's going on within you. It's all the mind loops. It's the triggers. It can be judgment. It can be comparison. It can be limiting beliefs. That's just to name a few. Because often when you start doing that work, there's lots of levels within all of that. Patterns you have to figure out and uncover. Things you need to switch around and create new habits. That's the hard work. So that's why you have to be pissed off enough to want to make the change. But so many people out there are sitting in comfort. And they don't want to do that. But then they wonder why nothing has fucking changed. Nothing. And your situation may even be getting worse. So if you're someone that was like, yeah, I was going to start a podcast. Okay. Did you start it? Did you keep going? Did you continue it? Did you tweak it? Is it on topic with your brand, or is it just something else you thought of to do a podcast around and makes absolutely no sense with what you say you do and how you say you really help people? There's absolutely no correlation. Did you start that website? You said you wanted to do a website or update your website. Did you do it? You said you wanted to post more consistently on Instagram. Did you do it? Did you learn how to use Instagram? Those are just a few things. Someone said to me, gosh, maybe last year, I just don't want to hear crickets in my business. I was like, okay. So I kind of had like a discovery call with her. I don't like to do sales calls per se, but sometimes I do them more of like a get to know. I could go either way on the whole discovery call conversation as a coach. In my opinion, if you know you want to work with someone, you don't need to sit with them for an hour or a half hour or 45 minutes and decide. Like, to me, that person is someone who really can't make up their mind and probably isn't going to pull the trigger. So that's why I can go either way. However, this was someone that was an introduction, a referral from somebody else. So I did it. I did the discovery call. The person said, again, I don't want to hear crickets in my business. So I follow her on Instagram. Have I seen her show up consistently? No. Not at all. I can guess she hears crickets because the lane she's in is really hard. And I don't mean that hard from like a limiting belief. I mean, it just is. It's a hard lane. It's a hard lane. It's not like owning the local dry cleaner where everyone just needs to get stuff dry cleaned. Or you own the local, McDonald's where people just come to McDonald's, right? So being a coach is hard. Is hard. People have to, I hate to use this, but know, like, and trust you and understand what you do and want to feel called to work with you. It just doesn't happen overnight. It really doesn't. So if you're not out there marketing yourself, you're going to hear crickets. So here's a perfect example of someone that was inspired, maybe a little motivated enough to have a call with me, but then I haven't seen her show up. So I can bet you I hear crickets. So I have done a lot of reflection this past month on my 2023 and a lot of hindsight. And let me tell you, I have already made the changes. I did not wait. Because again, the universe doesn't know time. I did not wait. And in that, as I was doing my thing, and I created a post about this last Sunday or Monday, I can't remember, time goes by. I had 3 really awesome downloads come to me, 3 different offers. And I was like, oh my gosh, these are great ideas. Because I do not like to lower my pricing for coaching. My 3-month, 6-month, year-long coaching price for that package is a price. And in time, it will go up, quite frankly. So if you're someone out there that I did have a discovery call with and gave you a price, the price may not be there forever, just saying. And my Ahai sessions and human design sessions as just standalone sessions are a price. The Wealthy Women's Society is $444 a month, current pricing at the time of this recording podcast, but I feel good with that pricing. And you can come and go from that whenever. I really am excited to continue to talk about that monthly mastermind for women business leaders. So check out my website. link in the show notes for that, the Wealthy Women's Society, where wealth and success is a way of being. But 3 new offers came to me, and they're going to be offers that I also see as a combination. So if all 3 of these offers seem good to you, like you feel called for them, know that if you sign up for all 3 together, pay in full, you can get a 10% discount. You just need to message me or email me for a link for that. But one of them is for Thursday, December 21st. And it's the 2024 Magic Toolkit. Now, I want to be super, super clear. This is not some willy-nilly, goofy, silly live masterclass. It's not. It's not. It will be a discussion about 2023, 2024, and then me sharing some tools and tips that are my clients' most favorite things that I have shared with them that they have implemented also in their lives and business, as well as things I obviously use in my life and business. And finding the best way for you to incorporate that into your life without being overwhelmed, without being stressed, so you can achieve the peace, joy, and abundance that you are striving for now into 2024 and beyond. I'm so excited. I love doing live masterclasses, and I do want to get back to doing more of them. I did take a break from doing some this fall as I redid my website, as I worked on some other aspects of my business and redoing them. And then in Good Karma Sport Fishing and Coaching, we did a lot of retooling in that business as well. So honestly, I was just really busy. And I'm still a writer. I write for the paper. I need to get back to writing even more. So an idea came to me for that as well. So I'm super excited. So I just had to retool a little bit, and that's okay. And that's something we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about in this Magic Toolkit is when do you just kind of take a step back, zoom out to look and see, what you need to do. And then open up your intuition and listen to your intuition and trust your intuition so you can make those changes and then move forward. But what happens is so many people out there are just running on autopilot or full of so many distractions that they're not listening. They're not listening. They're not taking a second to listen. And then time goes by and they're like, well, nothing's changed. My business hasn't grown, or I haven't started my business, or I've been trying to pivot and it hasn't pivoted. Well, those are some key reasons why. So how can you stop that cycle? Come to my masterclass, the 2024 Magic Toolkit. The second offer that came to me, which I'm like, genius. I have so many people ask me, should I do the human design reading with you, or should I do an Ahai 70 energy session with you? They are both very different in terms of what is human design versus what is Ahai. So human design is a spiritual, personal assessment. That's what I like to refer to it as. I think it's the easiest. That is just driven by your birth information. And you can go to my website. You can read more about human design. You can read more about Ahai. Each one has a separate tab at the top header that you could read more. You can pull your human design chart for free. It is a free resource. It's very, very amazing that it is free. It is free. You can pull it and you can start to dig around yourself. But I went to school to learn how to be a human design coach and have extra resources plus what I learned and know, plus I'm really good at giving readings, quite frankly. And I'm a coach. I'm also a certified life coach. So I use all of that in conjunction to do my reading. So it's always been interesting to me. People think coming to me for a human design reading is just going to be like getting an astrology reading. it's a little more intensive than that in terms of we have like a real discussion. So it's amazing. The Ahai 70 energy is more of a conversation after an energy session where I'm also using my psychic abilities to tap into what your guides have to share with me. So they're two separate things, but in conjunction, talk about extremely powerful and transformational. And that's why I just have two modalities that I like to use, besides obviously my own experience in being a certified life coach. But I just like having these two modalities. I think these two modalities suit the needs of really transforming people and moving them forward. So that is a special offer called I Want Both. So if you couldn't decide if you want the Ahai or the human design, you can have both. You can have both at a special price. And if you're someone that already did one or the other with me this year and you're listening and you want the other, you can just message me for a special link that will just be the net of the pricing, so you can get the discount. Depending on what you paid for it, I should caveat. If you paid the $500, then obviously, there you go. You would have the special pricing. And the third is for private one-on-one coaching and mentoring that is not meeting every week, but meeting twice a month. Twice a month phone calls or Zoom. And then in between, on the off weeks, there's Voxer support Monday through Friday. And I have worked with lots of people, men and women, that like that format a lot because they're just really busy. They can't always be on a weekly call, and they're just like, just knowing again how time flies. They like that format. So I decided to offer that as a special price, and that link will also be in the show notes. So I am super excited. All three of these special offers are different and can address your needs on different levels, which is what I love, which is totally what I love. In terms of proximity to me, in terms of tools, in terms of tips, in terms of guidance, 3D or the quantum, they're just all amazing. So if you decide, again, that you want all three of these offers, you just let me know and I'll send you a special link for 10% off all of it as a pay in full. So I'm super excited. But yeah, there's just a lot going on, people. There is a lot. And having proximity to a mentor that can really help you through all of this is what's going to help you. Facebook Lives are nice, but if you're someone that has just been doing all these more, let's say, lower ticket Facebook Lives because you think that's what you can quote unquote afford, I'm really going to challenge you on that. I'm going to challenge you because when you look back, I can guarantee you would have gone farther, faster with a one-on-one coach or mentor. And you would have saved so much money that you've spent here and there on paying for more content, paying, $2,000 for this person's coaching platform, like let's say how to build something, how to do something. I know this personally that I've gone farther, faster by having one-on-one coaching calls and then being part of that same coach or mentor's world, let's say, than buying a little bit from this person, then let's do this from this person, then let's do this from this person, let's do this from that person. And that's what so many people do. And if you think about it, it really goes back to a belief system about money. So much of it does. I see it, I hear it. But sometimes being stretched, and I can bet you, it just came to me, a lot of coaches would say all the time, Melinda, all the time. And I believe that too. When you're stretched on your limiting beliefs around money, you can push past that. It does work out that way. It's pretty amazing. So I am super excited about these offers. I'm excited about really helping people see the difference between being inspired to being motivated and then being pissed off that you want to continue to take action and continue to do the work, because none of this happens overnight. None of this happens overnight. None of it. If you really sit and study these coaches that have made millions, they've been doing the work for years. Some of them 4 years before they finally started to take off and get momentum. The ones that are honest, they'll definitely tell you 4 years. They may even tell you longer. So you have to keep going, and having a mentor, a coach in your corner to help you keep going, that's just crucial. That's crucial. Why do you think sports teams have coaches? Hello? It totally makes sense. So I know I have my strategy mapped out in my plan for 2024 and what coaches and mentors that involves for me. I've done some work around that. I've retooled that. And I'm super excited. I'm challenging you to have the same thing. So whether or not it's any of my offers, Wealthy Women's Society, WWS, check that out. Just booking a normal Ahai or human design session, or signing up for a longer package or a weekly package, let me know. I totally am so excited because 2024, the energy is going to be shifting, but you still have to be doing the work. And I know everyone can do it. So thank you so much for listening. I can't wait to hear from you. If you are listening on YouTube, please drop me a like, a comment, subscribe. YouTube is my favorite platform. I also am going to put in the link, before I lose my voice here, the affiliate link for Christina Rice's Psychic Development course. We mentioned that in the podcast that she was on with me a couple podcasts ago. I can't remember the exact number. It might have been like 58. But definitely check out that podcast. It's powerful. She is definitely one of my mentors. I will put that link for the Psychic Development course. It's an affiliate link in my show notes. Also, I will put in my affiliate link for my Amazon page. I openly share books and tools that I use. So I'm fussy about books. I'm extremely fussy. So definitely check that out. If you're just like, you know what, I truly cannot afford some of these, or I want to supplement. Maybe I'm going on vacation. I would love some new books. Like, peruse my book list. There's some amazing authors on there. Obviously, they're all amazing if I put them on my list, right? So check that out. If we're not connected on Instagram, it's Melinda_Van Fleet, or on LinkedIn, Melinda Van Fleet. And my website is melindavanfleet.com. So thank you for listening. I'm super excited. Next week should be a very special guest. So stay tuned for that. I've got some amazing guests lined up for January. So just lots and lots and lots of good stuff. And the best way to stay in the loop on my offers that are special offers are on LinkedIn in the featured section and Instagram in the highlights. And I wanted to share this intentionally with everyone out there also as a tip. So if you're not selling, you need to be selling. Why aren't you selling? And those two ways to post about your offers and refer back to them is such an easy way, and most of you are not doing it. Most of you are not using your LinkedIn featured section to add links, whether it's links to your podcast, blog, YouTube, offers, and Instagram highlights. I can't tell you how many people I pull up their Instagram and do not see their highlights maximized. It blows my mind. That is free real estate for you to be selling. So that's my little tip I'm going to close on. Until next time,